Dang. Big eyes. Big eyes. Take these babies off. I can't see. Oh, man. TELE time. This TELE. Whoopsie. Ow. Oh. It's not that heavy. It's actually pretty, light. So. Man, this guitar is so nice. It really is. I'm loving this guitar. It's inexpensive too. It's like the Swiss Army knife of electric guitars. Who knew? I feel at home playing every style. Everything sounds like spot on once it's in tune. Anyway, any pagey stuff, man. I mean. Speaking of pagey, something's been bothering me a little bit about, not bothering me, but I have like a quandary. If I ever had a chance to ask Paige a question, I know what I'd ask now. Now, the ocean, everybody plays it in the fifth position. Paige, in live videos, plays it in the fifth position. But when I listen to the record, two reasons why I think this is true. When I listen to the record, I'm hearing, whoops, I'm hearing. Unwound hammer on. Not. It's actually a little slushier to play it open, and you get that unwound G. There's a significant tonal difference between wound. Now, argument number two. Pagey is the same guy that gave us. So he's no stranger to, that hammer on in the open position. So go listen to the ocean. Tell me, guitar players now, because I know folks who don't have a very, as far as a discerning ear, are saying, what's it matter? It's the same notes, right? See, live he exaggerates that. But on the record, I used to think on the record that it wasn't even a slide, that it was a bit of a bend. And even that is more accessible than barring. Even though barring's probably what everybody does, and barring very well might be what he did. But I think in the studio, that guy was amazing. I think in the history of guitar, yeah, he's looked at as certainly a very inspiring rock guy. But I sometimes think he doesn't even get the due he deserves, because when Eddie came along, King Edward, and everybody was, tapping and shredding, it's like that whole school of guitar playing was swept under the rug, and everybody was, shredding became everything. I fell into that. I was young enough to fall into that. And listen, the first few Van Halen records were exciting, man. when you first heard Eruption, it was like from another planet. You know, like we were busy. I was busy like jamming along to Get Your Yayas Out, right? And Zeppelin records. Another cool thing about Zeppelin is a lot of things that I learned in standard tuning and painfully, you know, learned in standard tuning, whether it's like the Rain song. Like all of that stuff, I painfully learned in standard tuning. And all the cats on YouTube now who have really dug in there deeply, like so much of that stuff was done in an open tuning. I had no idea. And the version I learned was really close and made me feel happy, right? I'm playing Zepp at 14 years old. But meanwhile, he's doing a lot of that all in open. I haven't been on in a while, and there's a lot that's not great this summer. And it's probably better I don't get into a lot of what's going on, because this is summer 2026 is going to go on record as not a good time. There's a lot of not great stuff. A lot of not great stuff going on. But without music, without this guitar, without my partner, I don't know where I would be, man. Seriously. So, is it fifth position or open on the record? Or is it? Or is it? It doesn't matter. It matters to me. How many years did I play before I learned that he's doing this crazy bend with an open string, a doubler? Why it sounds so weird, and it never sounded like the record, but we were all playing the right notes. But man, Paige, who would think of that? You know, the subtlety that made all the difference in the world. Why that record sounds killer, but yet dark and weird, because that's what it is. And that solo, that's one of my all-time favorite guitar solos. It's not really difficult, but it's all, and I still don't play it completely properly. You know, I kind of, we all learned the tropes of, you know, how to really get crazy in the pentatonic and blues. But just the sound of that solo when it rips in. You know, but, uh-oh. It's Jule. I bet you I'm in trouble. Hey.
I texted you. I'm getting your medicine. What if I go inside and get the wipes and have them put it on your card on file?
Well, that'd be fine, yeah.
Any specific kind you want?
Well, you know, I usually get, I get that big refill pack at ShopRite. I don't know if they're going to have anything comparable there that...
What brand? Huggies?
I don't remember. I know they're cucumber, usually the cucumber scent, you know, it has a scent. I don't go unscented.
You want the cucumber?
Well, you know, yeah. I'm almost...
All right, we're going into the store now.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, folks, now it's on record. You know shit's getting deep and you getting old as F when your forever fiance calls you to let you know, I'm picking up your prescriptions and would you like me to get your wet wipes? Yeah, that's real rock star stuff, huh? Oh! You know what's funny too, man? Like, speaking of, we used to think that it was, and actually, like once I got good with alternate picking, I thought that he wasn't really doing a lot of that. He wasn't necessarily articulating a lot of it. He wanted it to be, and he gets criticized for this because, later these precision players who were like just shred up and down the neck, that it would sound, Pagey would sound a little on the sloppy side. And live, he went for it. And there's a lot of sloppy live recordings, but, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Quite frankly, the wet wipes thing threw me. And this is already too long. Oh, I'm never going to use this. It's 13 minutes. Nobody's going to watch this. Maybe I'll have to edit it.